Just over my right shoulder is one of the top crappie fishing destinations in the entire country. And I'm standing at one of the best fishing lodges that I've ever been to in my entire life. It all comes your way in the next half hour. This is going to be really cool, and I'm glad you're with us because Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
You're watching the only program with weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southwest region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the show. In my 35 years of fishing professionally, I've been to a lot of fishing camps and fishing lodges, but never one quite like this. Come with me right through this door. I gotta show you something. First thing we're gonna see is on our right is your typical fishing camp kitchen, right? Granite countertops, full commercial appliances, completely rigged out with all the nice stuff. Then we come this way and we've got beautiful furniture, beautiful television sitting room, a poker table, incredible lake view out the windows. You come around here and got more unbelievably nice furniture and furnishings and decorations, a great library area to sit right in here. And then you come on around here and you got your typical fish camp dining room, not unbelievable area right in through here. Got your elevator upstairs and downstairs, unbelievable staircase right back through there. This place is unbelievable. Where am I, you're asking? I am right in the middle of Louisiana at the beautiful Saline-Larto Lake Complex, and I'm at Honey Break Lodge, what might very well be the best fishing lodge I've ever been in all my years of traveling. On this week's episode, we're not only going to show you this place, but we're going to show you some great crappie fishing at one of America's premier crappie fishing destinations at Lake Larto and Lake Saline. And while we're out doing that, we're taking you around your local region for all of your fishing reports for this week from our expert team of insider reporters, both freshwater and saltwater, from lakes, rivers, and bays right near you. Right now, let's get it all started back at the FSN studios with your weekend planner.
Hello everyone. Both days this weekend are offering good prospects for anglers. But it does appear Sunday provides the best overall opportunity, with game fish activity forecast as excellent, while Saturday's action is listed as good. Look for the sun to rise at 7:25 and set at 7:05. And we'll have a crescent moon that is 8% illuminated. Hang with us for freshwater and coastal information from around the region. Plus, 2016 Bassmaster Classic champion Edwin Evers joins us for this week's Ask the Pro segment. We're coming right back.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Motor Guide's new wireless and easy-to-use XI3. XI batteries powering the world forward. Waypoint Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist. And Strike King, designed by the pros, fished by you.
There we go. Hey, welcome to Saline-Larto, everybody. We've made it out on the lake. I got a fish on. Oh, I think I got two on actually. This one's crossed over, or has he? Which way you want to come, buddy? Come this way. There he comes, right by the boat. Oh, there's a crappie. There's one right there, and I think I actually have one on my other line as well. There's a start. Let's see what's going on here. Power pole for one thing. Let me see if I can get this off right quick. Now we'll come this way. Oh yeah, another crappie. He's a smaller one, but that's the way to start your fishing trip right there, with two crappie flopping around on the bottom of the boat. There we go. Hey, welcome to Saline-Larto, everybody. We've made it out on the lake. It's kind of midday. We got out late today, and I've got two crappie in the boat right off the bat. I'll explain to you how we're catching them here in just a little bit. Had to do a little fishing around, trying a few different things, but I finally found something that works. We're not keeping crappie today. So those two fine fryers are gonna go right back in the lake and swim away. Let me get you oriented to the lake. Saline-Larto is 2 lakes. Saline on the west, shallower lake, 5 to 10 feet deep. Larto on the other end on the east, 10 to 15 feet deep. Connected by an intricate maze of all kinds of canals, some man-made, some natural. But these fish, depending on the time of the year, will migrate through those canals to either lake. Spring and fall, here at Saline, where we are right now. They spawn here, they feed here. There's a lot of bait fish swimming around. In fact, I want to show you a couple of shots on my graph. The first one you're going to look at is actually balls of shad. The crappie feed on shad here, as do the bass. That's what the shad look like on my Lowrance Hook 2 unit. And then I can actually see some fish floating around out here on my unit as well. You can see the hook echoes there. Those are actually crappie on the screen. So they follow the bait back and forth between the 2 lakes.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with your Fox Sports Louisiana Outdoor Report. I tell you what, we're talking saltwater fishing, Gulf Coast right now. Redfish action, I tell you what, we're in the fall pattern right now. When a little front comes through, the water's coming out the marsh, lots of shrimp, your small crabs and your small bait fish are coming out. The fish are sitting in the mouth of those cuts. Tell you what, if you can find some moving water, live shrimp seems to be the best working right now. Also, soft plastics on a light jig head. On freshwater scene, Toledo Bend action, doing really good, early and late. I tell you what, over on Bistino, also catching some big bass, early and late. Buzz baits and spinner baits seem to be the best there. Biggest thing, get out on the water for Old Cajun Phil. Captain Kevin Broussard saying happy fishing and may God bless.
There's a bite. I got 2 crappie. Holy cow. Look at that. 2 of them. Well, you don't do that very often. That one flopped off. I threw a double rig, and that one flopped off. Wow. I threw a double rig out there and just started slow dragging it back in with 2 little Bobby Garland crappie baits on there, and I must have pulled through just a little pod of fish. Felt something. I sure had no idea I had 2 of them on there, but there's 2 keeper crappie right there. Those would go in the box if we were keeping them today, which we're not. 1 back, 2 back. Couple of things. Look at all these boats right here behind me. This is a big time crappie lake. You can come here and stay at Honey Break and bring your whole crew here and have a great time catching crappie, but it's also a great bass lake. A lot of great bass get caught here. But the real deal here is the brim fishing. Everywhere I look, there's people with little bobbers, they're fishing crickets and catching tons of brim, big brim in this lake. And that's not to mention the catfish. I've probably caught a dozen catfish on my crappie baits while I've been crappie fishing. So you've got 4 different options if you want to come here to Saline-Larto, and they're all great options. Oh, that's a good crappie there. That one, he's up on top jumping. Come up here. I want to show you off. There's one. Well, I'm long lining now. I've actually picked up a technique a buddy of mine, Brad Chappell, uses. Catches them all over the place. Put these 2 rods in rod holders. There's one. And there's one on my other rod too. And I've just started trolling down through here. There's a nice crappie for you right there. How about that? But that one's going back real quick, and I think I've actually got one on my other rod as well. I've got something. Oh, man, well, we got it going all of a sudden. Welcome back, everybody. We're at Saline-Larto, Louisiana. Oh, that's a good crappie there. Look at that one. He's up on top jumping. Come up here. I want to show you off. There we go. That's a chunk. Well, there's doubles again. I was trolling at about 1 mile an hour with my strollers in the rod holders. And there you go. That's a nice size slab. Again, we'd be having a nice mess if we were keeping them right now, but back that one goes. See you, buddy. Well, I promised you that I would tell you a little more about Honey Break Lodge. It is a mega, beautiful, peaceful, unbelievable lodge. It's located right on the shores of Lake Larto. It's a premier duck hunting destination. So if you want to bring a big group of your buddies and come on one of the best duck hunts you could possibly have, then this is your location. It's a great fishing lodge as well. Great food, unbelievable views of the lake. They've got a sporting clays range. They've got a gun pro shop. They've got a dog training facility for hunting dogs. It's just really a hunter's paradise. And then it's situated for the great fishing here too. So it'd be great for a business meeting type of a setting, a family retreat. You can get in touch with them there at honeybreak.com. Book your own trip to the beauty of Honey Break Lodge right here on Lake Larto and Lake Saline.
Hi folks, this week's Lone Star Lakes is brought to you once again by the good folks at Brecklin Ranch, who remind you not only do they have some great hunting, but they're available for corporate outings and weddings as well. Now this week we're going to start on Lake Whitney. Over the past couple of years, Whitney has without a doubt had the best fishing in the lake's entire history, and it continues to this day. Stripers can be caught in a variety of ways. You'll want to start your day maybe with a topwater around the island, then transition out with some spoons and slabs a little bit deeper. Keep moving deeper until you catch up to the fish, and you may need to troll something like a striper sniper out in about 20 to 25 feet along the ledges and edges. Now over at Squaw Creek, it's a power plant lake just outside Glen Rose, and it's got great bass fishing. Thing is, you would expect this time of year to be fishing deep for the most part. Not the case. You'll find the bass right now shallow in the backs of the creeks. Start your day with a topwater early, then transition down through the water column with your Cincos and spinnerbaits and square bills, finally throwing your Texas rigs and jigs, and you'll be fishing anywhere from the bank to about 8 feet of water to catch those Squaw Creek bass. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you once again by the good folks at Brecklin Ranch. Be sure and check us out, Lone Star Lakes, on Facebook.
Hey folks, Captain Greg Worm here with this week's Fox Southwest Outdoors Report. Hey, from Sabine to Port Aransas, the entire upper Texas Gulf Coast has experienced lots of rain and freshwater runoff. One key element that this creates is flushing our bayous and our marshes. Lots of shrimp are already making their way to the open bays, and bird action is already happening. A good pair of binoculars is a great tool to have on your boat this time of year. Find the birds working, and 90% of the time you'll find feeding specks and or redfish. This action will continue and increase as we have some of the October cool fronts push through. Also, the bull red run is still underway from Sabine, Galveston, Freeport, Matagorda, and Port Aransas. These giant bull reds will be migrating through October. Target the passes of the bays to the Gulf. Cracked crab, mullet, fresh shad, and fresh shrimp are great to catch these fish. Also, as far as flounder gigging, Mother Nature has been protecting the fish. Water clarity has been off here in Galveston and even down in Rockport, where water clarity is usually better down there. Now, flounder fishing is heating up here in Galveston. Water clarity can be off, and we can and are still catching flounder, which brings me to talk about the largest flounder tournament on the Texas Gulf Coast, the 5th annual Who's Your Flatty Daddy Tournament, brought to you by Fish Sticks Custom Fishing Rods. Lots of great prizes, including a Dargle Scout boat powered with a Suzuki 90 horse will be given away. All kind of great door prizes as well. Check out gotfishsticks.com or call the number on your screen. Get signed up for the biggest flounder tournament in Texas. Hey, I'm Captain Greg Worm. I'll see y'all next time.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Champions aren't born, they're made. Mercury Outboards, go boldly. Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Plan your fishing vacation and catch the details at orangebeach.com/fishing. And Lowrance and the new Hook 2, the world's easiest fish finder.
We are having a great time. We're still at Saline-Larto, and we're catching those, baby, Louisiana crappie. Hey everybody, we're still at the Saline-Larto Lakes Complex, just south of Jonesville, Louisiana, right in the central part of the state. Doing a lot of crappie fishing today and catching them several different ways. Long lining, jig pole, slip cork, but nothing like this. I had a great fish story happen yesterday. I got out a little early, was doing some scouting for this episode. I just had my little favorite ultralight Lew's spinning outfit, and this happened. Just casting around. I had minnows in my bucket, but I wasn't using them. I just tied on a brand new bait by the Bobby Garland Lure Company. This is called a pile driver. It's a 2.5 inch long bait, and you're seeing what happened. I caught some giant crappie out of a bunch of lily pads. Now, I will tell you that I've never crappie fished around lily pads very much. I know that it's a real common way to catch crappie, but I'd never actually done it myself. I pulled up to a little flat, was just casting this little Bobby Garland pile driver around these lily pads, and just had an incredible 30-45 minutes of catching, and caught some big crappie for this location. This is an incredible little bait. It's got two little swimming arms off to the sides, got two little curl tail kicking legs behind it. It's got a lot of bulk. It's got a ribbed body. So I just wanted to show you one other cool thing that happened while we were here. Give you a little sidelight of my little GoPro camera yesterday. I was out here all by myself. Had a great time catching these fish. Hey, I'm gonna go back to fishing and see what else I can catch.
Hey, I think it's really cool that we have such big monsters swimming in our waters here in the state of Oklahoma, and they don't necessarily have to be in big bodies of water for these fish to show up. Mostly in the form of blue cats and flatheads. Sometimes we're targeting those species specifically, sometimes we're catching them incidental while fishing for other species. It was by accident that George Tolson stumbled into this big flathead recently on Grand Lake while fishing a bass tournament. Caught it while dragging a biffle bug and a hardhead in about 3 foot of water. And that's what Gary Rowe was doing while crappie fishing at Fort Gibson Lake. He had a regular crappie rod, light line, little jig head, fishing that baby shad down in a brush pile, and caught this nice flathead there. Great job on landing that one, Gary. But guys specifically fishing for catfish were Brad Langford, Jeremy Watkins, and Jeff Kiefer, who were on Fort Gibson Lake jug fishing, and they caught this 65-pound blue cat. Now, what's really cool about all three of those fish, those guys release those, they're swimming to get out there in the waters for you to have a chance to catch and have fun with as well. Hey, a quick bass tip for you. You want to catch a big one, think deep. 20 to 30 foot of water, drag that biffle bug around isolated rocks at the depth. Good fishing in Oklahoma, you can catch them right now, but you can't catch them if you don't go.
That's a fish, I think. I think that's a fish. Yep, fish on. All right, we got one. Up on top, that's a good crappie. That's a good crappie right there. Coming up and jumping. Come up here, buddy. Yeah, he's fighting. Come up here. I'm gonna stick him in the net. There we go. All right, well, we have really got something working. We are having a great time. We're still at Saline-Larto, and we're catching those, baby. Louisiana crappie. They call them sockeye south of I-10. I've learned this on this trip. South of I-10, they're sockeye. North of I-10, they're white perch. So we're north of I-10, and that's a white perch, and a good one. And we're having a, whoa, don't you do that. We're gonna turn him back anyway. Kind of makes me feel bad to be turning these fish back like this. See you, buddy.
You can always watch our latest episode on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Catch up on past episodes by clicking the archive button and learn about fishing techniques and new gear at our how-to page. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for new fishing videos every day. Simply search for Fox Sports Outdoors and click the like button on Facebook and follow button on Twitter. And watch a new episode every week on any device by downloading the free Waypoint TV app on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Lou's. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland. We know bass and crappie from heads to tails. And by Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Ask the Pro segment, where viewers get expert answers from fishing's premier competitors. This week's question comes from Scott, who asks, is it true that auto-inflatable life vests do not count as legal flotation devices in some states? For the answer, we checked with 2016 Bassmaster Classic champion Edwin Evers.
Absolutely, it is true. The auto inflates is illegal if you do not have the old style or the regular PFD in your boat. You know, and it not only being illegal, it's great safety to have a regular PFD in your boat. You know, in a lot of states, if you take the auto inflate off, you're breaking the law by not having a regular inflatable in your boat. You have to keep that auto inflate on all the time if you do not have a regular inflatable, a regular life jacket in your boat. So carry an extra PFD, the old style. It's great safety, it's going to keep you legal, and it's a good thing. And also, always check that indicator on those auto inflates. You know, just make it a habit every morning before you put it on. Make sure that little tab's green, the little light in it's green. That means that little aspirin pill in there's good. Everything's good. If that thing's ever not green, do not wear it. It's not a life jacket.
Thanks, Edwin. If you have something to ask one of our fishing superstars, visit the Fox Sports Outdoors homepage online and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit your question. Now it's time to see who wins our Big Catch of the Week contest.
Hey everybody, after a great day's fishing on Saline-Larto, we are back at the beautiful Honey Break Lodge, right in the background where we're staying. What a fantastic place. We're going to give you all the information again here in just a second. But right now, it's time for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. He is Ryan Ross of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, showing a 30-pound redfish he caught at Elmer's Island, Louisiana. If you'd like a chance to have your big fish photo shown on television right here on our show, go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Click on the Big Catch of the Week area on the right side of the home page and follow the instructions to enter your picture. Here's a little bit about the gear we used here at Saline-Larto. My Tracker Pro Team 195 40th Anniversary Edition white aluminum boat. It's the perfect boat for either one of these lakes or the canals in between. It's perfectly suited for this size water. Now, I didn't bring all my long lining poles with me on this trip. I didn't know I was going to need them, so I had to improvise, and I long lined those crappie up with my Lew's Wally Marshall Pro Series rod and reel. It's a 6-foot medium light action rod, and it's perfectly paired with my Lew's Wally Marshall Signature Series spinning reel. It's not made to long line with, but this setup did a great job. Now, as for the baits, it's a double jig rig for the long lining. I used a Bobby Garland 1/24 ounce Moglo jig head on the front and a 1/32 ounce jig head on the back. I used a Stroll R and a Baby Shad Swim R by Bobby Garland, and that caught all the crappie on this week's show that you saw us catching long lining. Now, the crappie that I was casting at were caught on the brand new Bobby Garland pile driver, 2.5-inch bait, perfectly suited for fishing around these lily pads. It's really made to fish brush piles with as well. We're headed right into that season, so it is a great bait. You're gonna love this bait. It's the pile driver by Bobby Garland. Here's the thing about mentors. Everybody should have at least one. The definition of a mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor. Nobody knows it all. Nobody comes with all the right tools to do life well. There's always someone with a little more wisdom and a little more experience than you and me, and we should access those folks. Now, one word of warning, not all your fishing and drinking buddies are going to be the best mentors. You need to seek out just the right person, develop that relationship, and then access it all along the way when you need wise counsel in life. Once again, I'd like to give you all the information if you'd like to book your own fishing or hunting trip. The beautiful Honey Break Lodge, located right here on Larto Lake. It's the consummate place for a business meeting, company outing, family reunion, or just a guy's fishing or hunting trip. You can access all their information at the information you see right there on your screen at honeybreak.com. From Saline-Larto, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.